We are back, baby. Giving y'all a dope pod to step to. We was on our break last week.
Cause somebody.
Well, you know.
Cause somebody.
We had to take that vacation. ESPN did it. Wimbledon was going on. We was busy watching Wimbledon.
We are not. Don't you do that? We are not ESPN, and
you're right. You're right. We're not ESPN. We GNC Sports Talk. What we doing for the culture?
By the culture.
Because we are the culture. You dig?
#1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. And hey, I know I've been saying it for a while, but y'all make sure y'all do this right here.
He did that.
It's not supposed to take up the whole screen, though. It's not supposed to take up the whole screen. Yeah, they're going to see that a couple more times throughout this thing. Definitely. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here back jam-packed with another episode. A lot of basketball we're going to be talking about. A lot of issues with basketball we're going to be talking about. A lot of free agency moves, some drafts, our segments, flag on the play.
When life comes at you fast.
And the money shot. And, of course, the music picks of the week. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
Let's get to it, man.
What we have here is the dead period in a sense, right? A time nobody really liked. But we did have NBA free agency. And before you go and we start to talk about that,
okay.
Honestly, it was kind of underwhelming this year.
Well, do you want to get on the draft first? Or you want to get on that?
What you want to talk about with the draft, though?
No.
It ain't much.
Yeah, the same thing we talked about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I mean,
go ahead.
I said the draft, this year's draft was, I ain't gonna lie, it's low-key looking weak sauce right now. I ain't gonna lie, it's looking real weak sauce. I did. Like, they took somebody from France, like a 6'7" point guard.
This just in. Mama's in the building.
Hey, go ahead, Mama.
#1 in Ruston, huh? I see. We there. In Ruston, she's there.
What up, cuzzo?
Well, yeah, definitely appreciate that, Mama. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We know you got church, so go ahead there.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? What up, cuzzo? Like you said, appreciate you for tuning in.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead with draft. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah. This was the first time, and I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the first time in a long time that I felt like I could have been a #1 draft pick. All right, all jokes aside. This draft, it ain't live up to the hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know a lot about these kids, but who knows in the future what it may hold. Hopefully, some guys will be some standouts, and 2 or 3 years down the line, we may be looking at some, a couple of all-stars that came from this draft. But right now, I don't know. I've been checking out some league here and there. The guy that the Miami he had picked up, he had a good summer league. He had 26 points to his second game. First game, he had 10 points. But everybody know how summer league is. It's me for me. Everybody trying to get that contract. That 10-day contract to go to the next season. But this year's draft, if you were a top player, you should have came this year instead of next year. Next year may be a little bit loaded, but we'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, so it's a few things, right? Like the NBA draft to me is nowhere like the NFL draft. Mm-hmm. Like a lot more. It seems like it's a little bit more coverage, maybe. Than what the NBA, what the college basketball scene has. Like, but I think college basketball for the men, not the women, we'll say for the men. College basketball for the men has the same problem that the NBA has. Nobody really covers it until it's like playoff time or March Madness time. Yeah. Nobody's really just paying attention unless you die hard. And like, I've tried to tune in, but I'm just like, it's 82 games. And honestly, up until like the All-Star break before or after is when you can really start to like care a little bit more and kind of see the seeds unfold and things like that. The in-season tournament is whack to me as far as winning it don't mean anything. Lakers won the in-season tournament and got bounced out the first round.
Sure.
And the Indiana Pacers might have made it far, but that's because the East was ridden with injuries. And honestly, if we would have seen the healthy East, I don't know if Indiana makes it as far as they did, even though it's not like they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? So, like with the again, college basketball had the same problem as the NBA. men's, right? Men's college basketball versus the NBA have the same problem. Who's gonna pay attention all throughout the season to find out who these guys are? Right. And that's one. Two, when it comes to the NBA draft, it's not the same as the NFL because you can instantly see somebody come in and make an immediate impact if they're drafted in the first round or something. If you drafted in the first round of the NBA, in the NBA draft, you might still be a developmental player for like 2 years.
You might be in the G League. And again, like it's a lot of players that we've seen go to the G League that I think that could ball. Boston Celtics got half a guard that's in the G League that's been tearing the G League up. But I mean, he still got his ring because he's still part of the team just in case. But hey, I mean, like I said, this year's draft, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I ain't gonna say it's I ain't gonna call it a throwaway draft, but you know, it could have been next year's draft going to be better.
I mean, but I get that, but every year NFL draft is really exciting, right? Mm-hmm. Like you know the players, you invested or whatever. It's not the same thing with the NBA. And the thing about it, even if you say next year's draft is going to be interesting or whatever, I just don't get the same flavor from the NBA draft that I do the NFL. Yeah. Also, Summer League is a little bit more interesting, but I don't really care about Summer League. And I've said it before. I don't really care about the preseason and or training camp when it comes to NFL. I get that's when people make their, but I'm not, oh my God, you went undefeated. That don't mean you're going to do crap in the season.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
No, I mean, but it's a little different with the NBA.
Yeah, but in NFL, like everybody's been waiting and anticipating so long to watch any kind of football that they'll drag 4 hours out just to watch the NFL preseason.
No, for sure. And I just ain't one of them want to do it.
Yeah, with basketball, I like me, you know how I feel about it. I can watch it all day, but I can watch Summer League. I can watch preseason. I can watch Summer League.
I can watch Summer League if we there. If we in Vegas, I'll watch Summer League. Yeah. Right? Did you know they had multiple preseason? Yeah. I didn't know it was one in Colorado.
Utah?
No, it's one in Colorado too.
Summer League or
like a Summer League type.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know it was one in Colorado. I knew it was one in Utah, but I didn't know it was one in Colorado. But yeah, just like our cousin said, this year's NBA draft was lackluster. I mean, yeah, I feel like this year's was lackluster, but I feel like that about most years. Outside of like the top 10 picks, I don't get
that draft class that had Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley. That was a nice little draft class.
Yeah, but okay, you not being you, right? You not being you and looking at drafts. You can go deeper than the average Joe. After Evan Mobley, didn't really care, right? Like, yeah, the first, out of the 10 picks, the first 6 were European or whatever. That's cool. That's fine. We don't know nothing about it. But even for the American boy, after my boy from UConn both of the guys from UConn got drafted, I was good. Yeah, and I was only looking for the Lakers. And when I told you we could get Connect, I was like, great. That's all I wanted. After that, I turned it.
Which brings me to we still talking about the draft. I think the Lakers.
The elephant in the room? Huh? We doing the elephant in the room?
Yeah, well, no, not that. Connect, I believe, was a good pickup. I don't understand how he went 17th.
I do.
All SEC. I believe he was a All-American, college basketball All-American as well, maybe first team, second team. Either way, the man can ball. We saw a couple of his games. He can ball. If I was in Tennessee, I would have watched him play. If he came down here to SMU, TCU, and Tennessee played any of those things, I would have watched him play. He was that good of a player, and to see him go to 17th to the Lakers, I think that was a steal.
But again, like, okay, let's just talk about what we talked about in Monroe, right? In Monroe, when you were going back and forth, no. You know how I feel now. When you like, no, I'm standing on this thing and I'm confident in it, right? Like when somebody look at you in a few years, hold on to what you said.
Hold on what you said for a few years,
because I was right and you will be too.
All right.
The first out of the 10 picks, it was 6 European players or French players, whatever you want to call it, and they were all like Giannis, the Joker, or Victor Wembanyama, as far as long, lanky, can shoot, maybe dribble a little bit, but France-born or European-born because they can do different things with the ball, unlike what they think American-born players can do, right? Which is cap, if you ask me, but whatever, right? So that happened. When I look at the draft itself, what's the point of going to college when somebody else overseas is gonna get it better, and we don't know nothing about them.
And I have to say this as well. The NBA does a horrible. They do a horrible
Wednesday.
They do a horrible job when it comes to the draft and drafting players overseas and also drafting young overseas players. Like that's the reason American players probably falling back, because one, they can't go to high school, they can't jump from high school to the NBA anymore. That's a done deal.
The only person that heard this shit was
the players in Europe been playing just like Luka been playing professional since he was 13, 14, 15 years old. And I think the G League overtime, I think that team is done.
Yeah, it's disbanded.
Yeah, it's disbanded. So like, yeah, of course, like all these players that playing overseas when they 16, 17 years old professional, of course they're gonna get the edge when players that only play high ranking players in America and don't play other than that. So don't play anything else.
So I've been thinking about this as a conversation, right? We gotta really be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can say the top 10 of the NBA best players right now might be overseas players, right? But like, let's keep it a band. They've had flops too.
Yeah, a lot, way more flops.
Ricky Rubio, flop.
Way more flops than success.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Kristaps Porzingis was a flop before he got this success.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Before he went to Washington, he was a flop. Could not stay healthy.
But that don't make him a flop, because you can't say when he is healthy, he produces.
What happened to Ben Simmons?
That was a flop.
Okay, then. That was a flop. Before he left to go to Washington, he was on that same train. Ricky Rubio, flop. We can go through the names, but not every European.
Darko Milicic.
Oh, God.
Ooh, y'all remember
I'll be
that.
trying to. God, Darko was terrible. But when it comes to the overseas player, not European, because I'm being unfair. When it comes to the overseas player, everything ain't a success. But like I was trying to say when I butted in, when I inserted myself in the conversation, everybody wants a joker because they don't want to miss out because he was selected in the second round. Everybody wants a Giannis so they can get it. Homeboy Mike can't dribble right, like very well, but when they got his body and his size are what helps him. Luka was a beast when he came out. Cool. Joel Embiid, but Joel Embiid's hurt a lot. Giannis has been hurt a lot lately. Luka is fat. We're not fat shaming here, but Luka is fat. And Joker. Joker's body size is like some people say square, but he hadn't been hurt. So that's really the straw that can break the camel back in a sense, or your needle in a haystack. But these European players, probably 9 times out of 10, y'all begging that they're gonna be something like the Joker, and y'all don't understand that he has a different skill set, probably mindset too, and he's always been doing something similar to this. We don't know nothing about these guys. All we know is that they tall and they can maybe shoot a 3, maybe not, but none of them are gonna be Victor Wembanyama. None of them. And I'm confidently saying that right now. We can bookmark this, airmark this. None of these players are going to be Victor Wembanyama. And hell, let's be honest, they're probably not going to be Nikola Jokic.
Hey, again, we're going to see in 3 years. But I like that. I like that. Just like when you had said about coaches, you give them 3 years. Or you said less than 3 years.
2 to 3. Two really, but three is the max.
Three is the max. With these players, we'll see, man. We'll see. But do you want to get on to the free agency, NBA free agency?
Yeah, we're gonna say the other, because we ain't talking about the other Lakers draft pick, so we'll save that, because I think
say that one. Yeah.
Let me go back to it. Happy Wednesday, Tanya, when you get a chance to say it. Thank you for tuning in.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Good evening, GR Houston Jack.
Thank
you for tuning in. Luka is a little large.
And let's not forget this. He is 6'7" as well. So that's 6'7" plus all that weight.
It spelled bad knees and injuries soon.
Man.
It do. Thank y'all again for tuning in. G&C Sports Talk. This is the C standing for
Cary.
G standing for Gary. We are here. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're doing this on a Wednesday. Unfortunately, like I was down with the whatever you want to call it yesterday.
I had so much stuff going on.
But if y'all could, I did this today. If y'all could
do it again.
Like subscribe and share,
man. Yeah,
it ain't come down. It ain't come down low, so it just took on the whole. Whatever.
Hey, tell a friend.
Yeah, appreciate that. The players need time to get their NBA weight up. I definitely agree. What's good?
Black rating.
What's good, my brother?
But speaking of NBA, mixtape coming soon. Yeah,
we're gonna pump you in here, big boy.
Hey,
we're gonna pump you in here.
Coming soon. Did you take a look at the 2K25 NBA 2K25?
I did not.
All right, so
you just going all over the place. Go ahead.
Man, yeah, we all over the place today. We have Jason Tatum as the cover athlete. We have Jason Tatum and Asia Wilson as co-cover athletes with NBA 2K, and the legend himself, Vince Carter.
Was that like the golden edition or something like that?
Like the Kobe, yeah. Like that edition.
I'm happy he getting his flowers.
Yeah, you know who I want to be on there. You know my favorite player growing up, Trace McGrady.
He's not getting it.
But he ain't getting it.
Not
but I wish he would.
Not no gold. If they bring back NBA Live, he can get it.
Yeah. He was on NBA Live.
I know that's what I'm saying. They bring it back like you can do like that. I don't know. I think Penny and Tracy, unfortunately, not their careers run similar because Tracy obviously played longer, but I feel like it's just so in sync with what kind of like happened in their things, them injuries and things.
The knick-knack injuries.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I appreciate you for putting that in there. Yes, very soon. Forgot to do this, Cary.
Please let us know y'all music picks. This is what we do towards the end of the show when we give y'all our picks for the week, something that y'all can listen to, something that y'all can vibe out to. And also, please put an M to your music pick. And then towards the end of the show, we'll tell everybody our music picks. So I can't wait. That's one of our favorite segments that we enjoy doing. I know y'all enjoy doing it as well. Y'all always there to do it. So I like it. We're gonna keep on at it, man.
All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk NBA free agency. Because I'm not sure how you feel. I don't think we even really talked about it, and this is on purpose. NBA free agency, we had some moves go on. Again, this was kind of underwhelming to me. NBA free agencies, moves that taking place, and if you got any more, I'll let you jump in. I'll read some of the ones that we got on here so far. NBA free agency move. McHale Bridges to the New York Knicks. We won't discuss the money aspect now, but we'll just discuss the trade moves. DeMar DeRozan to the Sacramento Kings.
Yes, sir.
I almost got that boy name. Klay Thompson
to
the Dallas Mavericks. Paul George to the Philadelphia 76ers. Tyrese Maxey and Cade Cunningham get paid, young brother, get paid. They both stayed with their respective teams and got the bag. Tyrese Maxey stays with the Philadelphia 76ers. Cade Cunningham stayed with the Detroit Pistons, even though that organization might be cursed just because of how bad they keep doing certain coaches, i.e. Monty Williams. And last but not least, and again, I know you probably have some more, Buddy Hield to the Warriors, which will replace Klay Thompson. That also brings an end to the Warriors dynasty because they don't have their collective nucleus, Draymond, Klay, and Steph. Before we go in, do you have any more that you want to give any updates with? I think we covered most of the big ones for sure.
Paul George to the 76ers. Oh, I'm sorry, you had said that. I think that was a good move. We're going to get on that in a minute.
I'm sorry, I just thought about it. The guy with the Magic. Who was that?
McHale Fultz.
No, Wagner.
France Wagner.
I know many people may have not heard of him. Very, very essential piece to what the Magic are. I think we said Maverick, but we meant Orlando Magic. Very essential piece. Also, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, KCP signed there as well. So they got a nucleus, a champion. I'm sorry, somebody add to the nucleus, a champion, a guard, somebody who should be reliable to help their young team out. Okay, now you go. I'm sorry.
And also, France Wagner, underrated.
Yes.
Very, very underrated ball player.
And I did not know about him until this post.
Okay. All right, good. Yeah. The one thing that the one player that's still on the list that may be a free agent, but his name is getting talked about in trades here and there, Zach Levine. His name is still going out there. Hopefully we get him. I want us to get Zach Levine, but we got to get him when he's healthy, man, because he been injured. He been injury prone too. But when he's healthy, highlight real.
Yeah, so what I was gonna say was with Zach Levine, he's not healthy a lot, which is why Lonzo Ball doesn't get more credit and looks and offers, and why they picked up Giddy. I don't even want to say his last. I don't even want to say his first name, but yeah, they picked him up because he's a point guard, and their point guards always hurt. Zach Levine, incredible player, former slam dunk competitor, champion.
Well, I won't say champion.
I don't know if he won it once, but I know he went up against Aaron Gordon in those two historic ones.
No. Yeah,
Aaron Gordon won both.
No, he lost. Aaron Gordon lost.
Oh, Zach Levine.
Okay. Zach Levine.
Okay, I can remember. Yeah, so Zach Levine, very talented player. I was not aware that he could shoot the three as well as he could when healthy.
Yes, sir.
Very good overall game. But when it comes to Zach Levine, his health plays a major part. And because his health plays such a big part in it, I don't think the Lakers need to get him.
And also, with Paul George dipping on to the 76ers, this y'all heard it here first. If you ain't heard it nowhere, Kevin Porter Jr. is back in the NBA with guess who? The LA Clippers. Just when you thought the Clippers couldn't go down any further,
tell them what he did. Gotta remind the people.
Oh my bad. Let me remind y'all. If you don't know, Kevin Porter Jr., we gave him flag on the play. He got arrested for domestic abuse.
He got when life comes at you fast.
He probably got when life comes at you fast moment as well. But he was allegedly beat up domestic abuse Cary, his former girlfriend that's now dating Jaylen Brown. It's a small world we live in, people. But he was playing overseas because no team wanted to touch him, and now he's back. And man,
the Clippers got seats to fill their new arena.
Hey, they have seats to fill. Yeah. And I mean, he a West Coast kid at heart. He from the Washington area. But yeah, he a West Coast kid at heart, and we'll see how he does. If he comes out and produces and wins with the Clippers, then you ain't gonna hear nothing about domestic abuse no more because he winning, and winning cures all. But if he don't,
Ben Roethlisberger.
But if he does not,
so let's go ahead and get into it really quick.
Okay.
Out of all those moves that we saw took place, we'll just do top two. That way we won't give you a third. So what are the top two moves you think took place? And then we'll do a reverse of it in a minute.
Okay, Paul George to the 76ers, and the first one that was heard all around the NBA, McHale Bridges to the New York Knicks. I think those two moves are good moves, man. And the reason why I'm saying, and I'm gonna explain why I'm saying the McHale Bridges. That's rule number one. We're gonna get that out the way. Him going to the New York Knicks has now got the New York Knicks as probably the best defensive shooting guard, small forward duo with McHale Bridges and OG Anunoby. Those two will cause havoc on the defensive side of the ball. Now on the offensive side of the ball, McHale does everything that a coach loves. He can pass, he cuts, he screens, he can shoot when he's supposed to. And when it comes to creating his own shot, he ain't as good as you would want him to be. But hey, he's getting better day by day. And Paul George to the 76ers, they needed somebody that could come in there, deliver, be maybe a first option when Embiid is hurt, second option. But I mean, I think that was a good move.
Oh man, I did not think you was gonna say that.
Who you thought I was gonna say?
I don't know, but not McHale Bridges. Like I like McHale Bridges' move and get the Villanova boys back together, and that's cool, right? I don't know if that propels them above the Celtics, a healthy Milwaukee team. I don't healthy 76ers team. I don't know if that propels them. The number one move to me, Paul George going to the 76ers, declining the West Coast, which is where he's from, and going to the 76ers. I like the move. I also think, much like we saw with Cleveland when they got Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland's star stopped rising. I don't want to see that with Tyrese Maxey. I don't know if Paul George going there helps or hurts. I hope it helps, but I feel like it might hurt Tyrese Maxey because this team was his team last year. My man put up 50 points consecutively a lot of times and did a lot for them in the playoffs. So much so to where you would think he takes the next jump. Now you have Paul George, somebody who might dominate a little bit more, maybe request the ball a little bit more. And yeah, you need another starter whenever Joel Embiid in there. But Paul George, as much as we love him, sometimes he ain't the most reliable either. So we'll see how good that move is. But I do like it. My move that I really think, and I was bragging about them 2 years ago, still was naming them even though they didn't make the playoffs. I like the DeMar DeRozan move to Sacramento. Like Sacramento in the tough Western Conference, I feel like they just got to figure out what it is, right? Mm-hmm. I thought they were going to be the new Warriors in the sense with them just jacking up threes from every point, no matter what. They weren't that last year. It definitely backfired on them as they supposed to be. And they looked like the Warriors because they both got bounced, right? When it comes to the Sacramento Kings, I think having a veteran guard out there, a mid-range god is what he is, and somebody who seems to be even keeled. No, he doesn't have to sit up there and be the end-all, be-all, which is I think he's been most of his career wherever he's been at, though, especially in Chicago. Right. But health ain't going to be a concern no more. That's what you had a lot with Chicago. You have to do it all by yourself. You don't have to do that no more in Sacramento. And I think this maybe makes them more complete. Mm-hmm. Now they got another scoring option. I'm not sure how I rank his defense, but hey, you a warm body on the floor, so I don't think he has a terrible injury history. DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings really, I think, solidifies them, and maybe this can get them back into the top 8. You hope top 6 to avoid the play. So those are my 2 moves. Okay. And then as far as like moves that don't really matter, that don't really move the needle, that I don't care about, it's really only one, right? Klay Thompson to the Dallas Mavericks just don't do nothing for me. People are excited about it. Y'all putting up stats for 3-4 years ago, and y'all talking about how he had a down year with the Warriors or whatever. My dog got benched. He came off the bench. And I know people say that's not a bad thing. One of the greatest shooters of all time became a 6-man last year. And we are ranting and raving about him coming talking about, look at the possibilities. Hey, kids, one thing wrong with that whole move. Luka still dominate the ball.
Well, he a willing passer when he need to be, but I will agree with you on this take. Just like you said, that they made that move. I don't think it moved the needle. They got rid of Josh Green. He was inconsistent, but they got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. He was inconsistent as well. So maybe with Klay, you get more consistency, but I think everybody that's a Mavs fan is banking on the fact that Klay Thompson is going to bring his championship pedigree and also his shooting, but y'all not getting the same Klay Thompson, when he was 20, 25, mid-20s, early 30s before he suffered his injury, his Achilles. Injuries. Y'all not getting that same Klay, but I mean, I don't think I honestly don't think that he's going to be that same kind of player he was. And also, he averaged 17 a game this past season. So, but he is scary because when
he's tricky.
Good point. He is scary, and that does scare me because he is tricky. And when he gets hot, we know what he can do. We know what he can do when he gets hot. And all it takes is just a couple of threes to fall in, and then next thing you know, it's like a heat wave. He gonna be going off. Cary already a dangerous man on his own. Luka already dangerous on his own. So
Cary not dangerous when he play against one team, and we don't know if they're gonna be in the finals next year or not because the East is undoubtedly not as strong as the West. Oh. We don't know where they're gonna be at because, like I said, with one of the moves I like, Sacramento. Say what you want to. Lakers possibly might be in it. We could just go down the list, right? Let's just go with maybes. Maybes, Lakers, maybe the New Orleans Pelicans, maybe the Houston Rockets, right? Maybe the Portland Trail Blazers shot, because I don't know. Maybe the Clippers might go further.
Nah, I will say this. If they would have got Jeremy Grant, then I would have been like, that would have been a major move. Like if they would have got Jeremy Grant, I was like,
I like the journeyman Buddy Hield to go to them.
State, yeah.
Like, no, I'm saying if Dallas would have made that move, I would have liked that move because Buddy is still underrated because Buddy didn't have to travel everywhere. But Buddy get paid, Buddy do his job, Buddy shoot his threes, Buddy go home.
That's it.
And literally, that's
you don't hear nothing about Buddy. You don't hear nothing about Buddy besides playing ball.
So Buddy to the Warriors, I think, replaces Clay, and if he does nothing but be a glorified 6th, 7th, or 8th man off the bench, that's what Clay was last year, and they were still competitive. Mm-hmm. And if he does more, that's even better. I mean, it's still an APB out on Andrew Wiggins sometimes because outside that championship year, it hadn't been anything from him. And I mean, I think we both said that.
Inconsistency.
I know I've listened to a bunch of podcast shows, and we said it too. It's easy when you can be the 4th or 5th best player on the court,
team, right.
and ain't nobody paying attention to you because we got to worry about 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Right.
You know,
you got to worry about 3 or 4.
Well, no, the 3 or 4 is if Kevon Looney get going inside.
Well, he gets rebounded.
Well, I'm just saying if he clean up the glass, you worry about that. And then no, I'm not saying Draymond Green is a threat, but if Draymond get to passing that thing the right way, that's a threat.
That's a threat.
And so you had to worry about everybody else before you thought about Andrew Wiggins, unless it was an ISO thing. And even then, it's because you're trying to pick up stuff damn near 90-something feet. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Buddy Hield move is good. I'm interested to see what they got going on in Dallas. I mean, primarily because we live here, but I don't think they'll see the same success. I think it's going to be very up and down. The whole order, the whole order might get flipped. Minnesota, Oklahoma, Denver, which I'll talk to you about that afterwards. We'll bring it up next week. It's a theory on Denver.
Okay,
but Minnesota, OKC, Denver, Lakers are still in there. The Clippers are still in there. Unfortunately, the Suns are still in there. Who didn't make any moves because they can't make no moves, right? We got all of them, and then you got the underachievers in the sense. The Kings, the Portland Trailblazers, the Houston Rockets, right? The Memphis Grizzlies. Like
them picking up Zach Edey was a good, might be underrated pickup.
I don't know if it's underrated. Like that frees up Jaren Jackson and I play the 4 or the 3, depending on what they want him to play.
Oh, he playing the 4.
Well, no. I'm saying 3 being like depending on who on the court.
Oh, okay.
So he can play the 3 and the 4 because I mean. Okay, bro, saying out here, positionless basketball. And he pretty agile and good on his feet. That was a great move by them. And since we back in the draft, great segue. Before we get going on the flag on the play, I just want to say this. The Lakers shouldn't have took Bronny, but go ahead.
All right, so I'm explaining to everybody what flag on the play is. And pretty much when flag on the play is when we see anybody, any athlete, any coach, anybody in the professional ranks, collegiate ranks, do anything crazy. I believe it's our job as sports enthusiasts to call them out. So with no further ado, my flag on the play goes to Bronny James, man. Rich Paul, like, bro, what are y'all doing? The reason they getting flag on the play is because if y'all don't know, the NBA draft now has 2 days. They draft in the first round for the first day, draft second round in the second day. The Bronny James didn't get drafted in the first round. So Rich Paul came out with a statement that had said, unless you the Lakers, do not draft Bronny James. Do not draft him at all. Don't make that move. If you do, all you're gonna do is go play ball in Australia, go play ball overseas anywhere. And when it's time for him to be a free agent, then he gonna become a free agent and go to wherever you want to go to. The reason he's getting flag on the play is because one, you're a second round. You're a second rounder. You're a second rounder pick, man. It don't matter where you go. As long as you get drafted, that's the move for everybody that's in that draft. If you're a high second rounder, mid second round, late second round, or if you're a first rounder, you can't dictate to teams where you want to go, or you can, but you ain't gonna get drafted. And I ain't gonna say it has been done a lot, but man, the NBA will move on with or without you. It don't matter who your daddy is. And I don't know, I would have been petty. We talked about this. I would have been petty. I would have drafted him just so that LeBron James could be mad and do what he want, power, whatever. So
hold on. So before you throw it, wait, because we're gonna throw it at the same time.
Okay.
But so the flag on the play is the Bronny or is it the Rich Paul?
It's for both of them. Both of them.
All right. I'm gonna let you live on that.
Man, y'all out y'all mind, bro. You ain't even that. You not nice to be putting up demands. You averaged 4 points a game.
But that's well, I was asking who it was for because I don't know if Bronny actually said that. I think that was Rich Paul that was saying that.
Man, look, I tell you what, it goes LeBron James, Bronny James, and Rich Paul. Y'all orchestrating this whole mess.
I just don't think Bronny need to be included in the just because I don't think he got no voice.
Be a man.
Okay,
you put yourself in the draft.
All right, I'm with you. All right, that's my bad. You right. We talked about this. Yeah. My flag on the play. My flag on the play goes to all the people and all the things about saying this is generational wealth for Bronny being drafted. Yes, this is the first double flag on the play I believe we had on the
first ever
on the same topic. Which we had
with GNC Sports.
But we do a hand clap. So my flag on the play for the generational wealth comment or the nepotism comments, whatever everybody's saying is this. Nepotism, okay, one part of it. Nepotism being we'll put it in layman's terms. You're able to get something based off of we'll say family, because I'm going to include women and or men if they have a certain position, power, influence. We'll just say that for layman's terms. Bronny James having nepotism in this draft, great, fine. I have a problem when people start saying generational wealth. LeBron James came in 17, 18 years old when he was drafted, and he instantly became, made generational wealth for his signing that deal and signing with the Cavaliers, mainly the Nike deal. That's one. Generational wealth, ladies and gentlemen, was already created. Bronny James getting drafted ain't generational wealth. He did not have to play a game of basketball in the professional association of the National Basketball Association for him to have generational wealth. It already existed. Nepotism, fine. I give you half of it. But generational wealth, homeboy can sit up here and gonna be a bum on the street and he's still gonna be a millionaire or billionaire if we want to be honest, because his last name. Yep. Didn't get generational wealth. He got drafted. Great, fine, cool. I love it. Black man, great job. You did it. First time in NBA history. That's great. However, comma, semicolon, ... I think we need to be real and just be honest. Everybody skip over the fact that he only averaged how many points in college, right? And everybody like, he worked hard. He worked hard to get here.
I did too.
Yeah, so did a lot of other people. That's one. That's one. But then two, people go back to what he did in high school. Last time I checked, we can't go from high school to the pros no more, right? So why are we talking about what he did in high school?
Yeah.
What he did last year in college, and I understand he had a heart condition. What he did last year in college was average 4 to 5 points.
I think that was the biggest issue. He had a heart condition, and teams don't want to touch nobody that has a heart condition. Man.
Like, you thought they didn't want to touch him.
I mean, it is what it is.
Bronny James gonna last 4 years. You give him 4G.
Hey, the good thing is the boy gonna be in the G League, so.
Or he'll be with the Lakers too and get traded. Yeah, I mean, he'll be there. He'll be the Lakers at least as long as LeBron James is there. Which, again, if we want to use nepotism, that's fine. Because no matter what, because of your daddy and who he is, being arguably one of the greatest of all time, you got drafted. I love that for you. But let's not sit up here and scoop it like, bro, you was really like that nice. And we saw a bunch of tape where you was like, we banking. I told y'all, we not banking on potential like we dating. No, I'm going off of what I saw the couple of times I saw him play and what we know. And right now, it doesn't look like he has it. Can he develop? Sure, maybe, cool. Right. But the bigger story should have been connect. It should have been him. It should have been we drafted him in the first round. What could we have done? What can we do with him? Mm-hmm. And how we can move forward? Yeah, putting Bronny on the thing. We don't know what Bronny gonna be. My man 6'3". It ain't boding well sometimes unless you got crazy hops like Ja. It ain't boding well. Anyway, that is our flag on the play, ladies and gentlemen. Double flag on the play.
On the play. All right. Let's see. He should have gone to another team and get his skills up. I agree. I agree.
I think if he would have went to a UConn or Ohio State, somewhere in the Big Ten, USC going to the Big Ten.
Oh.
USC going to the Big Ten. Like, okay, the coach might have been trash or whatever for USC if that's what you want to say, but you chose to go there. I don't know why, but you chose to go there. I know. I'm just saying you chose to go there. So if you say the coach is trash, you made that decision. And right now, what we've seen in this offseason of collegiate sports, you can choose to go anywhere you want to every year.
Anywhere you want to.
You're right. UConn would have been UNC.
Big East, man.
Big East.
ACC.
SEC. John Calipari down there in Arkansas. If letting you get the bag, and we already established you don't need the bag. Let's need to hear. Go ahead and get to the next thing.
All right. So our next segment that we have is called When Life Comes at You Fast. And pretty much when life comes at you fast is when you're on that helicopter and you're on cloud 9, cloud 10, cloud 13, cloud 15, and you get out the plane with your parachute and that parachute don't work. All right. So when life comes at you fast, this goes to Oklahoma State running back Ollie Gordon, who was arrested for a DUI. Also had an open bottle of vodka and tequila.
Both bottles open?
Yeah, both bottles. That's what y'all do in Oklahoma. I ain't mad at you. Led the nation with 1,732 rushing yards, 21 TDs, and also the Doak Walker Award given to the nation's top running back.
He's really a good running back.
And to see that happen, or I'm sorry, not to see it happen, but to actually read that happen, I couldn't believe what I was reading. Like, not only he had one bottle, but you had two bottles. And
it's clear.
And it's clear. I like clear. Some people don't like clear. I ain't mad at that.
No. My body don't like clear.
His body don't like clear, but he likes it. Okay. It is sad and disappointing to see a player with such a lot to lose. I ain't gonna say he lost everything, but it will come into question when it's time for him to get drafted. We don't know how many games he's going to be suspended. I'm pretty sure Oklahoma State is going to take care of business the way they're supposed to. But it was definitely a sad situation to read that. And again, like I said, if you ever doing something crazy, when life comes at you fast, because his NBA draft stock might get impacted from this. And I don't know how old he is or what's his classification. Maybe a sophomore or a junior or whatever, but it still don't matter. No excuses. You got to do better, young man. So when life comes at you fast.
Shout out to you, Spencer.
Sound like a good time right before it went back. I agree. That's it. It do sound like a good time. But you should have took that Uber or that Lyft, or you should have got one of your teammates to take you back home. Well, I don't know, not even your teammates. One of them girls up there at Oklahoma State, you could have called one of the coaches. You could have called anybody. That's what I do.
So
but I don't get lit like that. So, and if I do get lit like that, I'm getting lit at home and I'm playing my music on my phone.
So last year I thought Oklahoma State playing a lot because I root for them because nobody likes Oklahoma and all that. They the underdogs. He really is a fantastic running back. Like, he was really that dog last year for them. Quarterback was kind of suspect. They had a good wide receiver, forgot his name, but they had a couple good pieces on offense. Their defense was spectacular as far as their front four. Anyway, just so you know, you said you know anything about suspensions. He's not getting suspended.
No suspension. Okay.
No suspensions right now. So even though he did that with not one but two bottles open, he's not getting suspended, thankfully. So yes, like you said, let one of them girls take you home or something, because don't screw it up. I would love to see him in the NFL, but with moves like these, I don't know if you're trying to make it there or not.
Man, look at
I don't know if you want to make it there.
What I said earlier pertains to him as well. The NFL draft will move on with or without you in the league.
Yep.
College football will move on or without you in college football.
Well, his team might not move too far, but
yeah, well, it don't matter. You still playing on a bad. Well, I ain't gonna say a bad team, but they average. But
I mean, they competitive in Big 12.
They competitive in Big 12, but I mean,
and ain't nobody in it no more, really. It's between them and Baylor.
They the last one left?
No, I mean, UCF in there, Cincinnati in there.
They still have a hard time. I feel like they'll still have a hard time, even when those teams coming up there.
I believe unless Colorado gonna be in the Big 12, that'll be an issue as long as Sanders there. Prime time is the coach I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, outside of a couple, they should get about 8 wins.
Yeah, they should.
You know,
That'd
be
good.
they'll be bowl eligible, but that won't matter no more because they go into the longer playoff games. So you want to be playoff eligible,
right?
It's possibility.
It's possible.
Depending on when they make their losses, because they're gonna lose a couple.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I forgot my graphics and my brother didn't tell me, so I'm blaming on him too. The last segment that we have here is called the money shot. This is something that I don't want you to forget. Something that you should remember if you hear it again, see it again, feel it again. Make sure you come back, listen to this segment. Well, no, go ahead and listen to the whole episode again. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the money shot. This money shot is going to be a little bit angry this week because I talked about it before we got on here, and it just kind of upset my spirit. So LeBron James and his son are on the same team, like we said. Bronny was drafted to the Lakers. LeBron James, arguably one of the greatest players, is on the team. And so LeBron James is speaking for his son, which he said he would not do because he wants his son to be his own man. But here we are. And the criticism of what Bronny did after the first Summer League game and how he only got 4 points and he was 2 of 9. LeBron James came out and said about Bronny just don't, I'm paraphrasing here and I'm not going to cuss, but Bronny just don't give a blank. He could really care less. I think I care more than him, and he just doesn't care. So it don't matter what the blank y'all say, basically is what he said. So the reason why I'm so upset is you said he going to be his own man. He's obviously a man. He just sat up here and went to college, and now he's on the NBA team, even if you are on there. So you want to control the narrative so much. I want to hear that Bronny James don't care for Bronny James' mouth, not from LeBron James' mouth, because we probably heard you say this before, LeBron James, but we know you care because you'll go back and tweet, or you'll say some subliminal messages, or you'll come out right and say it and be angry, and then you don't want to talk to the media no more. We don't care about how you pander when it comes to your son. Your son is a grown man. He has been drafted to the Lakers. If he has a poor performance in Summer League, we can hear from him whether he cares or not. We can hear his thoughts on his performance. We don't care what you say. You no longer control this. So when the media comes after him, they got every right. He's a player. They can do it, say whatever they want to. We don't care what you say. Bronny don't do or care about. The fact of the matter is, you, sir, are not in control of this narrative anymore. If your son stinks, we all are going to see it on global television. I'm sorry. That's just what that is. LeBron James gets his money shot just because I need y'all to remember he wanted this.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, let's get to these comments. Why don't we? He should have gone to a different team.
He wouldn't be in his dad. You would think. You would think.
He's going to be in his dad's shadow. Not his fault, but he's not a success, and it will be brought up.
Now, again, we're going to give him
absolutely right.
We're going to give him the same type of time.
You're getting the same treatment.
You're getting the same type of time, 3 years. And again, he's going to be in the G League, so he can develop. He's going to be in the G League. But, I mean, we still holding that to 3 years.
You think he's going to be in the G League? You really think he's going to be in the G League?
He should. Yeah, he need to be there. Develop your game.
That man will be the 11th to 12th man on the bench.
Not in the G League.
I'm talking about in the league.
Yeah.
They ain't letting that man go to the. I'm telling you, they ain't letting that man go to the G League. How that's gonna look? LeBron James' son going to the G League, and my daddy was setting the league on fire when he was. No, bro, that man ain't going. He should, but he not. He G League. You should be so lucky.
This guy.
Oh, all right. Let's see.
He'll retire in 4 years.
Hey, do it in 3, and he's been completed his college.
And he got 4 years or 3 years, $4 million contract.
Again, he don't need the money though. He don't need the money.
Make that paper, boy.
Oh man, whatever. All right. But before we get to our music picks, I want to make sure, just because I made this thing, it's so funny to me because this is not what I wanted. Make sure y'all do what this next thing says.
You love doing that, I can see. That's your 3rd time doing that, dog.
It's supposed to be at the bottom, but I did something wrong. Oh, man. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the time where we do our music picks. Our music picks is something old, something borrowed, something blue, something new, whatever you want to call it. We are here to give you something for your week, something to remember this podcast by, that brand new flavor in your ear. RIP to Craig Mack, if you will.
Yes, sir.
We want to do that. But before we get to our picks, we want to make sure we get to y'all. So right here, first pick from Miss G.R. Houston Jack.
I'll be good
by Renee and Angela.
Is that Angela Winbush?
Yeah, I forgot.
I think I want to say it may be Angela Winbush. It might be Angela Winbush.
I mean, it sounds right.
Okay.
I can't think of it right now, but yeah, it sounds right. Legacy, Lost and Found, specifically
think of you.
I'll tell you that story.
All right.
I'll tell you that story. And I did go listen to that. I'm gonna make sure I play it. Appreciate that, and from Tanya, Every Day by
Jamiroquai.
Is it Jamiroquai?
If it's Jamiroquai, then
y'all don't understand how excited I am.
If it's pronounced that way, then we gotta give ourselves a pat on the back. If not, we tried. We up here at Bottom Line Sports Talk. Hey, Angela Winbush. Yay! All right.
I ain't saying it out loud, but I said it in my head. Usually it's wrong. Big. Oh man. Big X the plug. Hey, Big X the plug. But Big X the plug. Big boy can rap.
Yeah, he can.
Big boy can rap, and I love his voice and his flow.
Just
like
lose the weight.
No, keep the weight.
Lose it for health reasons.
No, keep the weight. You gonna be remembered timeless, boy. Keep your weight. If you lose that, bro, you don't want to be. Biggie was remembered because he was fat, black, and ugly, right? And ashy as ever. Coogee sweater down. Ain't know what he said.
Wow.
Ain't know what he said.
Wow.
Fat, black, and ugly as ever. What he said first?
You right.
Fat. Hey man, don't lose the weight. And he
lose the weight.
And he not ashamed. My man be out here doing stuff. Mic on, little puffy puff going on. With his shirt off, man. Look, hey, we're not fat shaming here on GNC Sports Talk. Don't lose the weight, brother. Keep it. I love it. I love it.
Pat yourself on the back. I appreciate it.
You're not gonna pat me on my back. God. Bastard. Yo, get all the class.
However he stayed
cool. Mario, about Cary ain't feeling it. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Give me 1 second about to pull yours up unless you want to go ahead and call it out.
The weight.
Don't lose the weight, bro. One of us here don't need you to lose the weight. Don't lose the weight, bro. I want to come see you in concert with your shirt off and on. Don't lose that weight, bro.
I mean, he was at 03 Greedo concert.
Yeah, I'm good.
Y'all don't know what y'all missing, but anyway, all right, we gonna get to our music picks for the week. And
sorry.
All right, go ahead. Big should have never took his shirt off. Like, come on, man. He should have only done that with people who love him.
But people do love him, though.
We all love him, man.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Whether they love him, hate him, or in between, you be proud of what you got.
That must be a Southern thing.
What you mean?
Like, people, we just don't care.
We don't care.
My
bad. Go ahead, man.
You good. All right. So my music picks for the week is this record been growing on me. Rosecrans Vic with Hit Boy featuring Spank, Nitty James, Big Hit, which is Hit Boy's dad, rapper, and Hit Girl Liana, which is Hit Boy's sister, Moscow.
So it's just a whole family thing.
And they've been doing it this past year. They've been doing it. A couple of my music picks for the week has been.
No, it's not a couple. I think it's 4 weeks in a row. This is a month straight, I think.
Oh, this is a month straight.
I think so. It's just been at least one Hit Boy thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man, that's crazy. And Chris Brown featuring Bryson Tiller, Runaway. That is a definitely good record. Yeah, that's a nice little R&B record.
Bryson Tiller almost fell into the Dom Kennedy. Go ahead and give it to him.
Oh, you preaching!
Give it to him one more time.
All right, we got Rosecrans Vic, Hit Boy, and Spain Nitty James with Big Hit, and Hit Girl Lena, Moscow. Y'all go check that one out. And Chris Brown featuring Bryson Tiller, Runaway. Yeah, please go check those 2 records out. I think y'all might like them. If you don't like rap, Yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't like the first one, but the second one, y'all might like the second one.
Bryson Tiller still kind of in that Don Kennedy category.
Dang.
Okay, and my 2 picks are The Time, Gigolos Get Lonely Too. Great record. Gigolos Get Lonely Too. And then also, I guess you could say kind of a throwback because it's like 4 or 5 years ago. Danny Leah, am I saying that right?
Danny Lay.
Danny Lay, okay. Danny Lay featuring Chris Brown, Easy, the remix. Once again, that's Time. Gigolos Get Lonely Too. I guess they do.
That's a wild state.
And Danny Lay featuring Chris Brown, Easy. And
great records.
Yeah, appreciate that. And just to update, I went to the Funk Fest that included Midnight Star, Jody Watley.
Tomato.
No, I'm just saying whatever. I apologize for getting her name wrong. I really thought it was Watley, but it's Waitley. So Jody Waitley, Midnight Star, Function, Zap and Roger, RIP Zap, right? But Zap and Roger came out there, and then Morris Day, coolest man out there in The Time. I need to give me a person that's gonna hold a mirror when I get ready to like do my hair and make sure my beard's straight. Like, no, that's the ultimate flex.
Yeah, that's a flex.
That's a flex. If you got somebody just walk around holding the mirror up, and well, he used to have hair, so I ain't gonna clown him like that. But he was doing his hair. I'm like, but you ain't got nothing like that no more. But yeah, just to have somebody like a mirror. Think about it. Anytime you need a mirror, somebody walking around you, and they got the mirror ready for you, and it's like at your height too. So if you're taller, they gotta go like this. If they shorter, if not. So yeah, like it was a great concert. I loved it. I would think I was one of the youngest people there.
Because Morris Day is COOL. Shout out to Morris Day though, and Midnight Star.
The Time, yeah, man. That used to be my jam. Cause Gigolos do get lonely too.
We do.
I'm gonna do it one more time, and I know you're gonna hate it, but it's fine. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. Yes, that's like the 4th time I did it, but whatever. I kind of fulfilled on my promise. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. We want to thank y'all for tuning in on this odd day. We usually do it on Tuesdays, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we'll be back to that time next week. But thank y'all for tuning in on this Wednesday.
We appreciate it.
We ain't going to keep you that long. We really going to get y'all out of here a minute or so before we usually do. But yeah, anything else you want to say?
Nah, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in. I know it's random on a Wednesday. We always do it on Tuesday. But hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for y'all comments. Thank y'all for participating. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And again, thank y'all.
Yep. And this is GNC Sports Talk, where we do it
for the culture.
By the culture.
Because we are the culture, you dig?
#1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so. Y'all take it easy. Be easy. And we appreciate y'all.
Peace.